So as the title of this video suggests, Busboys and Poets responded to my video by hiring an attorney to write up a cease and desist letter threatening to sue. They did this because at the time of recording this video, my video exposing their blatant racism has gotten over 5,700 views, and the majority of those are centered in Howard County. This is because I've been going door to door, house to house, person to person, sharing QR codes like this. They are demanding that I take down my video, not share any more QR codes linking to the video, not release any more videos, stop using their logo, and they're demanding that I not talk to any publication about the blatant racism that I exposed in my video, or else they will sue me. They're claiming defamation of character and trademark infringement. I'm not about to be intimidated by a bully that profits off of a progressive/black image while openly doing racist things behind the scene and is now trying to censor those racist things from coming to light. Not to mention, in their cease and desist letter, they lied time and time again. Obviously, I'm not about to break down every little bit of defense in my video, even though my defense is ironclad. I know it, they know it, hence the blatant lying in their cease and desist letter. I see the letter that their attorney sent to me as unserious intimidation tactics. I mean, in their intimidation letter, they gave me 3 days to take down every single QR code that I posted all over Columbia. There are literally thousands, and look, I printed more. Looking over the letter, their attorney accused me of lying about the name of my book. He tried to say, and this is the only one of their accusations I'm going over because it's so silly, that the name of my book isn't Pinkface, it's actually Pinkface, a high school senior fakes transitioning into a woman. And that is the bedrock in which their entire accusation of defamation of character clings to. Guys, I wrote Pinkface, a high school senior fakes transitioning into a woman. You know what one of my favorite books out there is? It's Mistborn, Can an Evil that has lasted 1,000 years ever be defeated? What about I Am Malala, the story of a girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban? Great book title, right? Do you really think I wrote a book title more wordy than a late 2000s post-hardcore band name? And you're gonna try to convince a jury of my peers that that's the name of my book? The name of my book is Pinkface. That's it. I wrote it. I know this is a serious matter, but the way that the cease and desist letter came off is so unserious. I don't know how I'm supposed to respond. You can only blatantly lie so many times in a letter and still be taken seriously. I mean, look at your choice of attorney. I'm not saying he's unqualified, but you're threatening to sue me, which means it'll go to court, which means you're gonna try to convince a jury of my peers that what happened to me wasn't racism, and you've hired a white guy to do it. Am I supposed to think it's not funny, the idea of a progressive bookstore hiring a white attorney to try to convince a jury of my peers what racism actually is? My advice, take a page out of the prosecution in the OJ trial. You've already demonstrated that you don't have a problem breaking contracts. Break your contract with this one and hire a black attorney for better optics. If this attorney asks why his contract is getting canceled, just tell him it's because the case is about a marginalized experience that the attorney does not identify with. That should sound familiar. Why? Because you said it. You've already discriminated against me. Why not discriminate against your attorney? Look, I'm not the only one who has said that Busboys and Poets is racist. Here's a quote from Cora Masters Berry, the former First Lady of DC, about the owner of Busboys and Poets, Andy Shalal. Every black person I know in the city, especially in Ward 8, thinks you are a racist. Black Lives Matter DC refuses to host events at Busboys and Poets. For some reason, Busboys and Poets think that because they pander to the black community, they can't be racist. I told Busboys and Poets from the get-go, all I wanted them to do was to publicly apologize for being racist and discriminatory and reinstate my event. Quite frankly, I'm tired of this stereotype.
Black men aren't ready to accept the implications of a trans-accepting culture
being considered okay. It bothers me that a company that has such a strong image of progressive values has this much of a lack of integrity behind the scenes. And now they're trying to bully a struggling author with little funds for an attorney with threats of a lawsuit for them telling the truth. Where they lack in the ethics department, the one area they definitely have me beat is money. They can bury me in tons of trademark infringement lawsuits that maybe they'll win, probably not, but here's what I'll do. I am not going to distribute any more QR codes that have your logo on them. Instead, they will look like this. The truth is that a business as progressive as yours can get it horribly wrong, discriminate, double down on the discrimination, and threaten to sue for someone telling the truth. Take that mask off. Your drink list is the color purple, Davis Old Fashioned, Langston Cooler, and Can't Tell Me Nothing. These drinks might as well be called Plantation Master's Poison, 40 Acres and a Moscow Mule, and Juneteenth Juice. You're clearly pandering to a black crowd while not being black yourself, which, hey, I wouldn't have a problem with that normally. I wouldn't have a problem that a business profits off of a marginalized experience that the owner doesn't identify with. The only reason why I have a problem is because you're being blatantly racist behind the scenes while profiting off of a black image, and I'm not the only one who sees past the facade. But don't try to threaten me with a lawsuit for me quoting exactly what your employees said and you backed up for months. Look, if you don't like the video that I made calling you racist, there's a very easy way to solve this situation. Stop being racist. You want to sue me for telling the truth? That's up to you, but I am not about to run away from a bully.